Okay, I don't know why this is the case, but ever since my friend over here posted this video like describing the rise and fall of Bukit Panjang LRT, and it's like a really comprehensive video about, just BPLRT in general, like definition, what makes a great transit system, cost and safety, comfort, reliability, capacity, accessibility, access penalty. Access penalty meaning like, Bukit Panjang LRT from downtown line to BP LRT, that long walk from basement all the way to like the second or third floor. And speed, false up branding, why do we need such technology? Building a train is better. Example, city design being by choice, and stuff like that. It's a really comprehensive video and I really recommend you guys to check it out. And then ever since my friend made that video, there have been tons and tons and tons of videos like trying to copy him. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it, but they didn't even add on to the information or like give something refreshing and new that as opposed to what my friend has done. They were just like more interested in farming views rather than actually covering the BPLRT in detail, and literally every single thing in those videos is like straight up copy pasted from official news sources, which are like one-sided and biased towards government and stuff like that. And then people like this even have the audacity to say stuff like, an alternative bus network, an alternative bus options lead to more congestion. I'm like, what world are you living in? Seriously. Yeah, he really said alternative bus network would lead to more congestion. But I mean, like, even if you want to like parrot that narrative, at least talk about something new and don't just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. It's like, why do you even do this video if all you're gonna do is just copy paste? You're just acting like, the authorities like mouthpiece at that point. And the fact that like this guy has no other videos other than this, and suddenly this gets like 1.6k views. Come on, man. The thing is, like, I didn't even want to do this video, but now that people like him are just going around copy pasting and spreading false narratives, now I have to. Okay, so I'm not a BPLRT expert, so I wouldn't necessarily make a 10-minute, 20-minute video covering content about it, but I will just say one thing. BPLRT. It is a light rail transit or gadget bun as described by my friend. They tried this. It wasn't a success. It gave problems, and then they had to introduce service 976 as an alternative in the meantime, but then they realized 976 cannot be withdrawn because the demand is just way too great. And that's why right now some people are like, especially the pro-train people, are like kind of agitated that why do we have, competing nodes. Okay, and when it comes to like competing nodes, I will just briefly explain why. Yes, 976 was introduced as an alternative to BPLRT, like in the beginning, yes. No one's gonna deny that. But let me just draw BPLRT for you. Chua Chu Kang's, Chua Chu Kang, Southview, Kiat Hong, Teck Whye, Phoenix, Bukit Panjang, and then Petir, Pending, Bangkit, Fajar, Segar, Jelapang, Senja, and then like this. This is BP LRT. Now let's draw 976. So it's like this, something like this, like this. And this is where the duplication stops. I'll just mark it with an X. This is Upper Bukit Timah Road. And then go here, inside, like this. I'm just drawing it roughly because the opposite bound is like this. Then inside like this, and then it duplicates again. So yes, it was designed to duplicate, but to call it like a competing node is really a far stretch. Like, the station is around here, there's a station here, and then there is a, where is Senja? I think it's somewhere around here. So can you tell me, is this part a competing node? Is this part a competing node? Is this part a competing node? Like, how did this guy, who has like zero knowledge about buses or trains, just like, I'm gonna do some research on Wikipedia and use SG trains as a source to compare the differences between PPLRT and 976. And even if you go along the lines of like, hey, 976 is wasting resources, let's pump it into other bus services. Okay, I have a suggestion. 974 and 976, they have a duplicating sector at like Choa Chu Kang Way, right? Okay, let's merge them. Like this. Literally just merge these two routes and just expand the junction so that it can accommodate double-deckers. I mean like this junction over here. Literally just, it's much more worth than making 974 a loop service. Just merge this and then merge this. Theoretically, it is possible. You just have to invest a bit more in it. And when I mean invest, literally just widen this turn. Like, if you're really serious about like saving costs but still maintaining the bus connections, you shouldn't care about what the motorists have to say. Just do it, And then it sounds a little cliche, but if you really wanted to reorganize like the feeder bus network within Choa Chu Kang or Bukit Panjang, but more so towards Bukit Panjang, you can. You can still cover this area, you can still cover this area, you can still cover this area, you can still cover Jelapang Road, Saujana Road, Fajar Road, Bangkit Road, and yada yada yada. It's like there are so many things that you can talk about. You can talk about this like conceptually, and you don't have to explain it like in using complicated words or anything. You can just explain it simply, like not really from a bus enthusiast or like a train enthusiast point of view, but just as a resident's point of view. And since you live in Bukit Panjang, okay, your opinion is like more valid than someone who stays in like Pasir Ris and doesn't even use Bukit Panjang LRT. Okay, fine. But no, like literally, this guy just yaps about a topic that has been yapped before and doesn't really add anything onto it. Okay, even if you don't really add anything onto it, you just want to summarize what he said, like just paraphrase. Okay, fine, but like my issue with like people producing such videos is that they don't have enough in-depth research or knowledge to be able to explain concepts and stuff. They are like, I'm just gonna copy Wikipedia. I'm just gonna copy SG trains. I'm just gonna copy like the newspapers. Whilst forgetting that SG trains is literally the one who lied about the existence of R151 set 899-900, which doesn't exist, and you still want to trust them. And so my advice is educate yourself.